Welcome to Real Remnant Rising Ministries YouTube page, where we are relational, revelational, and revolutionary. You already know what day it is. It's Testimony Tuesday. And today's testimony is going to be powerful. Today, we're going to have a testimony that's a little bit of a tearjerker. I'm not going to lie, I shed a little bit of tears watching the video, but it's coming to you from Sister Katherine. And Sister Kat, I've had the honor of knowing her for the last year and a half on a more personal level, but we've known each other since 2014. And it's amazing what God is doing in her, around her, through her, with her family. And this is just one of many testimonies to come. So it's going to get a little emotional, but without further ado, let's jump into this testimony.
Hello, everyone. My name is Katherine Dunn, for those who do not know, and welcome to Testimony Tuesday. In front of a camera and sharing my testimony, but I believe that God is definitely taking me out of my box, taking me out of my comfort zone. You can never grow in comfort. So here I am. And I believe that this testimony is going to really touch somebody. It's going to really open the eyes of his people and the way that he speaks. So my testimony goes back to 2017. That was the year that my mom passed away. Just to give you a little bit of a background, my mom was an amazing woman. She's very strong. I literally have nothing bad to say about her. She was very compassionate and loving. She was a CNA. And she truly loved her job. She truly loved her residents, and my mom is amazing. She's everything to me. She was everything to me. During that time, she had gotten injured at work, and that kind of put a decline in her health. She already had diabetes, but she wasn't taking care of it, and she became legally blind. Then she was on dialysis 3 times a week. And then she ended up having a stroke, which put her in the ICU for quite a bit of time. During that time, I just had my daughter, and she was a preemie. She came, she was in NICU for like over a month, and I finally got to bring her home. Once my mom finally woke up, they ended up transporting her to a rehab facility. During that time, I was believing, I was praying, and fasting. I was believing that for her complete healing. I was believing for her complete healing, that she'd be able to walk again, that she'd be able to, move, that she'd be able to do what she used to do. I was truly believing it. And I was seeing signs of it, all of a sudden she was able to raise her on her own, raise her left, she was able to flex it. I will never forget it. The joy that she had, the joy that I had, the joy that my sister had when we saw that. She even recorded it. It was just like miraculous. It really was. And it seemed like everything was going in the right direction. I one night was breastfeeding my daughter, and I had seen that I had a missed call on my phone, and it was the facility that my mom was staying at. So I called them back, and they said that she was unresponsive, and so they sent her to the hospital. So I called the hospital put me on hold. And then the doctor got on the phone, and he's like, "I'm sorry to have to do this over the phone, but your mom passed away." I was like, no, that's no. I got off the phone, and I started calling all my siblings, and I told them what happened. Got off the phone with them, and I put my daughter down, and I went to the backyard, and I fell on my knees, and I started crying. And I'm like, God, like, what the heck? I'm like, I believed in her complete healing. Like, I trusted that it would happen, And I'm just crying. And I heard him literally say, in my spirit, he said, "This is not your home. This is not your home." And he kept on singing that over me. And every time he said it, all of a sudden I just like rose up and I started saying it. And I just looked at the sky like, wow, God, wow. You know, because we tend to try to feel comfortable here. And this isn't even where we're going to be staying. And that's part of the reason why a lot of us, it's just hard to adjust, because this is not it. This is not it. You see all the evil and the bad in the world, and yet we're trying to be comfortable in it. It's crazy. We're just trying to fit in a world that we don't belong in. So I ended up coming inside, and I woke up my son. I think he was like 7 or 8 years old. And I told him, I was like, hey, they called her Nani. I was like, Nani passed away. And he was like, what? He's like, no. He is like, I just had a dream that she came home. And I was like, oh, Jesus. He's like, yeah, we had a pizza party for her. And we watched her. She was on the Olympics. And she was swimming. And she got first place. And she was running. And she got first place. And she was climbing the monkey bars. And she got first place. And I remember being like, oh my God. She overcame. My mom wasn't able to do any of that. She was paralyzed on her whole left side. And the fact that God was reassuring me through my son, who had no clue that my mom had passed away, had no clue. The fact that he spoke to him through a dream to reassure me that everything was okay and that she overcame the grave. And I was like, wow, God, like sometimes you pray for things and it doesn't come out the way that you expect it. You know, I was praying for healing. I was praying for complete healing. And that's exactly what God did. God completely healed my mother. She doesn't have to suffer no more. And she was suffering, going on dialysis 3 days a week. That's torture. Being legally blind and not able to see. Not being able to move. And now you go and you send my son a dream where she literally is able to do all those things, but not only be able to do it, but win. Get first place in each one. You know? I think, I just love God so much. I truly do. And, you know, I'm sorry. It's like you get these dreams. People don't realize how powerful dreams are. You know, dreams get skipped over all the time. Yet God speaks through dreams. Yeah, the enemy does too. That's why you get the nightmares and all that other stuff. Yeah. But God speaks through dreams. And maybe God has been speaking to some of you guys, and you guys just been ignoring it. But that's my testimony. My testimony is the fact that my mom, although she's not here, I know that this is not her home, and I know that she's doing way better than what she would have done if she did recover, that she is completely healed, that she's with the Father, that I don't have to worry or stress or nothing like that, because I know that she's in the arms of God. And I pray that this encourages you guys, especially those who have lost, you know, loved ones, those who are struggling with losing their mom or someone close to them, that, you know, God is in control of everything. And although it may not make sense, although it may hurt, although, you know, God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. We're not going to know everything, you know, and there's a reason for that. I love y'all. Have a great day.
Now, y'all cannot tell me that that did not hit you. You can't tell me that it didn't hit you. It's so crazy that when we think that God should be speaking to us a certain way and our prayer should be answered a certain way, and then it normally never really is. And that's because what Catherine said was true. God's thoughts are not our thoughts. His thoughts are higher. His ways are higher. And so I want to encourage you along with her in saying this, that going forward when you pray, you may do this already, but if you don't, in your prayer say, Lord, your will be done. Nevertheless, no matter what I'm asking, no matter how I'm asking God, but let your will be done. Amen. I pray that you guys have a blessed rest of this week. And if you are encouraged by these videos and blessed by these videos, please share. Please subscribe to our channel. And if you have a testimony of your own that you'd like to share on our page, at the end of this slide, you'll see all of our contact information. Feel free to email us. Feel free to call, text, send us a message on Messenger, on Instagram, DM, anything. We want the Lord to be glorified in all ways. And we know that He has done great and mighty things amongst His people. He is amazing. So, you guys have a blessed rest of the week, and I will see you next time, next Tuesday.